So hi, this is Evan and Nastassja of Enemy Inside, and you're listening to Brutally Delicious
Podcast.
podcast. Sorry.
One, two, three, four. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
So thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Welcome.
So let's talk about Enemy Inside then. What's been the response to the new single "Don't Call Me an Angel" or the single "Don't Call Me an Angel"?
It has been really good. I think it's the fourth single we have put out, and so far the response on it,
Fifth?
especially the fifth.
Yeah.
Good morning. Yeah, so far the response to the single has been really good, also to the video, and it's also one of our favorite songs, if I can speak for the band. Yeah.
Yeah, I also think that Don't Call Me an Angel is something because we've heard a lot that our new songs go to a new direction, and I think that Don't Call Me an Angel is something like a balance between the familiar stuff of Enemy Inside and the new one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
it's a
What
a
kind
pretty
of
good all-arounder.
what kind of challenges or what kind of difficulties do you face writing new music? Well, I mean, sticking to your signature sound, obviously, but you don't want to rewrite the last record. How do you go about that? And is it difficult?
No.
It's not that difficult because I think we just write whatever comes straight from our hearts at this point. And we also do listen to a lot of different stuff. So, and I'm pretty sure that we don't always listen to the exact same bands over and over again over the years.
Right.
So I mean, of course, if a band we used to listen when we were, I don't know, 15 years old or something is bringing something new out, we will listen to it again. But we like to develop ourselves and our sound. So it's actually something we don't plan. It's just comes
It
out.
just happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So do you ever worry that it's too close to the last record, or you just whatever happens, happens, and it is what
No,
it
I
is?
think we're the opposite because we don't limit ourselves and we don't care if it's like a hip hop influence, if it's electronic influences. So I think especially with this album, we pushed us to the limits. Like when you're speaking
Get
of
out of the
genre,
comfort zone. Yeah, it was
yeah.
like, yeah.
Is that
So I think,
lyrically as well?
excuse me again, is that
Lyric,
lyrically?
you said you push yourself to the limits. Is that lyrically as well when you're writing lyrics?
Mm, yeah, I think I'm with the lyrics. I got a little bit more. I, how do you call it? Like honest. Like I give like more of myself. Like I write more like personal stuff. Um, I try, of course, always give my best when I write lyrics, but of course I'm also getting older and I get more practice and I get more experience in writing lyrics. So of course when I read my lyrics now, I think they developed a lot compared to the first album, and I think also, yeah, I try also don't like I don't have so much limits with the lyrics as well.
So do you ever feel like you're too vulnerable? You put too much of yourself in a song and you're like, oh shit, what is everyone else gonna think? Or do you just not care and bear it all?
No, I think this is the nice part of getting older. Like I don't care so much anymore.
I
Yeah.
think it's always like this if you do something you, I don't know, really expresses yourself. I mean, it's not a side project or something we want to, I don't know, sound like something specific, or we just do what, I don't know, what we are. And I think this makes us, I don't know, pretty hard on this stuff that we
I
just don't
think
care.
that makes it more, I mean, if I'm understanding correctly, like more organic, right? So I think that makes the music and the overall package much more accessible and intimate, right? Because you're not trying to be anybody else. You're not adding, you're strictly straying to a death metal or metal course kind of thing. Or even
Yeah.
your lyrics, you're not confining yourself. And I think that makes it more accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know, going out to the people with a specific haircut. If it's the haircut you like, it's expresses yourself, it's you're never gonna be, I don't know, ashamed of it. It's if it's something you don't like and doesn't express yourself, then I don't know, then you're gonna react differently on the criticism you're gonna receive.
And also, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think if it doesn't resonate with you, whatever it is, right? Art, the podcast, whatever the hell it is, if it doesn't resonate with you, then you're in it for the wrong reason anyway.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That's so. Is there a message or something you want your fans to take away from after listening to Venom?
I think Venom has like a lot of like empowerment. It's especially like lyric wise, it's really strong. It like don't don't let anyone limit you. Don't let yourself be influenced by toxic people. Don't let anyone tell you like you cannot do something. It's really like an album full of empowerment. And this is something I want my fans to feel. Like I want they feel empowered. I want they feel strong. I want they feel proud of who they are. And this is like the overall message also of Venom.
We absolutely need that message, first of all. But second of all, do you ever feel any sense of responsibility to write those lyrics, or is that just coming from somewhere in you and you hope people connect?
I think it's like more of like personal experience, and but I think it's like many people could like relate to the topics of the song. So I think it's like everyone probably had one situation in their life where he felt this way. So I think it's relatable.
So this one kind of can be for both of you guys, but do you find this music, or at least writing it, cathartic?
I think writing music in general is cathartic process. I don't know.
I mean, I would agree. And I'm not a music writer, but as a listener, it's definitely cathartic, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of got those records or songs that they run to when, all hell breaks loose, I think,
Yeah,
right?
well, especially if you feel identified from a piece of art, if it's music or whatever, I think it's always works like in a cathartic way.
So
Yeah.
not related to the band at all, but is there a song or a record that does that for you? Either one, both, however you want to answer that.
Ooh.
So I'll go
Maybe.
first. I'll go first. For me, it's I love Machine Head. I mean, I like
Mm-hmm.
metal in general, but Machine Head, especially the record Catharsis, that's
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Okay, that's also what the title says.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah, I would say an album I feel very I don't know expressed by that's my that's the Spirit by Bring Me the Horizon, for
okay.
example. Yeah. But it
Mm-hmm.
depends on the period of your of the life
Sure, it changes
you
day to
were at.
day, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, a few years ago, I would say it's maybe something from I don't know from some kind of a power metal band, for example. So it changes. I mean, people change as well. So yeah, but this is the first one which comes in mind. So I'm not gonna torture you with
No,
more.
that's fine.
I
So
don't
when
know, cannot
Go ahead.
decide.
Yeah,
I
no
have
problem at all.
I have many albums that like I feel that's this way about. So
Fair enough. So when you guys are writing, do you like start with a theme and go into the writing process with a theme in mind or already a preconceived notion of what it's going to be about, or does it just come about?
no, like we start always with the music, like with one riff or one melody. Um, this could happen like Evan, most of the time Evan writes the music and I concentrate more on the vocal melody and the lyrics. But sometimes also he comes up with a vocal melody, or I come up with a guitar riff in my head that I sing to him like really poorly. But it's most of the time like we start with the music and we start like making a demo and I start singing a vocal melody most of the time with like no lyrics, like only nonsense lyrics. And later start writing the lyrics, and then I also when I start writing the lyrics, then I try to recreate the topic and the theme. This
Okay.
comes always last.
So this is more of a question probably for Evan, but when you're writing, I mean, there's a lot of metalcore or some kind of core influences in your music. When you're writing, are you writing with like the breakdowns in mind, how it's going to come across on stage? This is a great point to for a jump or whatever, or are you just writing the song and then adapting later on?
I always try to see it from different perspectives every time I write something. For example, yeah, if I don't know, if I have the chorus, the verse or something, and it's about a C part, like I don't know, a bridge or a breakdown or a guitar solo or something. Yeah, I just try to imagine an atmosphere, a specific atmosphere in my mind, and then I try to I don't know, develop the or at least process the song in that way, which I don't know fulfills the criteria of this atmosphere.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I would lie if I would say that I don't have in mind a live situation or I don't know something. It's the live situation is also a very good example what you mentioned because it's something that comes very often in mind.
Great. All right. Are you guys planning on taking this out on the road?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. In February, we are hitting the stages in Europe. I mean, we would also love to come to the US. Unfortunately, nothing planned, at least in the very near future, but we're like really looking forward to it. But we are playing in 8 countries. It's the first time we're doing this as a headliner in Europe. We're playing in Germany, in the Netherlands, the Switzerland, Finland, Poland. I don't know if
Yeah.
Czech Republic.
Nice.
Did
Denmark.
I? Denmark,
Denmark.
yeah.
Is that coming up soon?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's starting on the 20th of February.
Nice. So you'll be able to play all these brand new songs to the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is your live set going to consist of a lot of these, or are you going to mix in a lot of the older stuff and then?
Yeah, it's gonna be called the Venom tour, so we're
Oh, okay. No, you're going to play
so we're
Venom,
gonna
right?
play almost the whole album. Not everything, but most of the songs.
Most of the songs. We also are excited to play new songs.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
always nice to see how they come across with the audience, right?
Yeah, it's also
Yeah.
when you played an album, the last album we played like for almost nee, how many years? 3 years?
Yeah, 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's been a
Yeah.
lot of shows playing just the same song, so
So
it's about time.
it's also refreshing for us to play some new music.
Or how do you handle when something you've written in the studio or whatever doesn't quite go across in a live setting as it should? Has that happened?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
many
course.
times.
Sometimes, yeah, of
Yeah.
course, you have to go through and you just pretend.
Because I guess not
Yeah,
everything can
If it's
connect
not
live.
working out, you just pretend and try to get through.
yeah, but to be honest, we just leave it outside of the set list in
Right.
that
Yeah.
case.
Just drop it out
So
after that.
yeah, I mean, there are albums or songs that you enjoy listening live. I mean, for example, that's the spirit. What I mentioned before is an album. I mean, I would love to listen to it live, but I think it's mostly an album I would listen at home.
Oh,
I
right.
don't know.
Like some songs
It's
just don't work as good live, and sometimes you find this out when you play it live and you see like the reaction of the audience don't work the same like in one other
Right.
song. Yeah, most of the time we try to consider this before and don't play this kind of songs.
Fair enough. So if fans want to find you, can you give us all your socials and that sort of thing?
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram under the name We Are Enemy Inside, on TikTok under the same name, on Facebook, actually, and
under the same name.
on,
Under the same.
we are on all platforms.
Yeah, except for X, the previous X Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything I missed that you want to cover?
No, did we mention that it's coming out on the February, I don't know, 28th, but it's
Yes, we did, but we can
just
mention it
that.
again right here.
Yeah, exactly. So no, that's it, I think.
Awesome. That's all I got, guys. Thank you
Okay.
so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Good luck with
Thank
the
you very much
record,
as well.
and yeah, and maybe you'll show up on the shores here.
Hey everyone, this is Bjorn from Soulwork, and this is Brutally Delicious.
A 1, 2, 3, 4. The brutally delicious
Hey there, heavy metal maniacs and kitchen crusaders. I'm Bruce Moore, the host of the Brutally Delicious podcast, where we whisk up a blend of metal and food to quench even the most discriminate tastes. Have you ever wondered what your favorite metal musician chows down on before they hit the stage to melt your face off? Well, look no further. Here at the Brutally Delicious podcast, we have cooking segments so brutal they'll make your oven want to headbang. From beefy, bodacious burgers, to spicy, succulent salmon, to kickin' caliente cauliflower, and more. We mix metal and culinary creations, resulting in a feast for the senses.
But wait, there's more.
Hey, this is Michael Monroe. Brutally delicious. Isn't that beautiful? See you down the road.
Each week, I meet with the mammoths of metal for interviews that are spicier than a Carolina Reaper. Get the latest on their upcoming shows, behind-the-scenes stories, and if we're lucky enough, maybe they'll share a secret family recipe or two with us. You'll also want to check out our weekly album and show reviews, where we dice, slice, and serve up our unique takes on the latest metal releases. So grab your leather apron, crank the volume to 11, and subscribe to the Brutally Delicious podcast on your favorite podcast platform. It's sure to be a hell of a time.
Oh, hey there. It's Tim from Protest the Hero. Now that you've seen my junk, I'm going to show you how to make a pizza. And you're watching Brutally Delicious.
What's up, everybody? Max Cavalera, Soulfly, and you listen to Brutally Delicious podcast. Stay mad, motherfuckers.